Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. I'm Tim Gillette, your host, and today's subject, can you really bootstrap in 2021? Is it still possible to start a business and make it from nothing? Can you do it? Do you think now is the time to do it? Do you think the time is gone? Maybe, just maybe, now's the perfect time. I think we should dissect it on today's show. Before we do that, let's give a thanks out and shout out to those people who make this show possible. Thank you to StreamYard, who helped make this show possible. Thank you to Anchor.fm, who helps put our audio out. And thank you to Simple Easy Events. All right, the events that we host on a monthly basis, helping you find simple, easy ways for your clients to find you, get to know you, and buy from you faster. Now, today's subject, all right, is kind of touchy because I remember in 2000, maybe it was 2001, I forget, that I had a boss. He was a great boss, all right? You know what I mean? Actually, had a great business and actually sat down with him because, I was between businesses. I was about working for him for a while, going to start my own again someday. I just didn't know when. And I asked him, this very question. I said, do you think it's possible to bootstrap your way to success? And this was in 2000. This is 21 years ago. And 21 years ago, he said to me, no, you can't do it anymore. You can't. I mean, it just, the things that are needed to start a business today can't be done. And I looked at him and I went, okay. Now, I don't know if he was saying that because, number one, I was the person running his company. With me there, he didn't have to be there as much. He had me to help do the day-to-day operations and did not need to be there himself to run the day-to-day operations. And if I went out and started another business, there's a chance he would have to actually come back to work again. Now, I don't know if that's why he said it or if he really thought of the type of businesses that he had and thought, man, this can't be done in today's day in society. Now, here we are in 2021, you know what I mean? And the world has changed since 2020. Let's face it. I launched my last car wash business in the automotive industry in 2002 and would sell it 2 years later. A little more than 2 years and 4 months later, I think I would sell that business. And starting a business like that today couldn't be done. Some of you know that I'm a faithful watcher of the new series that's out on Discovery, called Undercover Billionaire, where they basically jump into a town and currently the current season has 3 separate successful entrepreneurs being dropped into a new town with $100 of cash and a cell phone and a truck, and they've got to build $1 million business in 90 days. And looking at it, I can look at it in both a positive and a negative light and go, well, is this truth? Because these people have, but they have is mostly here. And I look at it and go, can it be done? 2021 is a lot different than 2000. One of my most successful businesses, went 2002 to 1992 or 94, I think it was. I started my previous business and sold that in 98. But it's over the years, creating different businesses at different times and different parts of the economy or different places in our economy, what was good and what was bad. Now, my current business, we started in 2010, filed under new corporation in 2018. All right. The other business I have was 2009. And people always say, when is the right time to start a business? And can it be done bootstrapping? Well, I'm going to answer the question, but I'm going to say yes and no. Yes, it can be done with bootstrapping, all right? And when I see people actually do things online, all right, they say, I'm going to start a business. And voila, they are so excited to get out there and they're mentioning online. They've sent an email out to their list and, everybody's going to do, I'm going to do this new business. But I have next to no money. And I watch, I'm in a lot of groups in the blogging and online marketing space. And I watch a lot of people going, well, how can I get this for free? I want to get it for free. I shouldn't have to pay for it. First of all, you have to understand there are certain tools that are available for you to build your business that you can get free. But you always need to think in a bootstrapping world that you should never build your entire business on a lifetime of free. Now, I know there's people who may disagree with me on that. People are going to say, well, no, I want to be able to take the free things and put them all together and create a product or service and sell it and make money. And then I can get a Ferrari and a Lamborghini and live in the freaking house in the mansion and have a pool and maids and blah, blah, blah. Those are the people who almost always are going to fail. They're going to fail because they're looking for the easy road out. I specifically state on my website, if you're looking for the easy way out, the slimy way out, I will not help you. Not in the business of helping people do that. But if you're looking in the business to actually help people and you're actually willing to invest, you can start out with next to nothing. As you make money on that process, all right, and I actually watch people do this where they basically go out, they go out and they sell a product or service, all right, or they sell a big contract and they take that money and they repurpose it and go back into growing their business. 100%. They don't, I got a big check, let me go get a new car. I got a big check, let me buy a new house. I got a big check, So here's what I see is that so many people, and I love when people text me when I'm actually trying to do a broadcast. When people get out there with that idea that every little change you get, for me, I personally believe if you start a business in bootstrapping mode for the first 2 years, you need to be putting everything back into that business. Everything. All your profits should go back into growing the business. You need to upgrade. You need to be able to get products and services to work the system faster. If you want to start a business in 2021 and you actually want to bootstrap your way to success, you need to start with the idea and the mindset in mind, all right, that I might be eating peanut butter and jelly for 2 years. I might be renting a tiny house. I might be driving an old truck. The idea is, you know what I mean? You put your own personal, when you're bootstrapping, you put your own personal luxuries aside. I remember this guy, Scott, many, many years ago. He ran a very successful small business in a town I grew up in. And his business in the early 90s went through a dip. And I seen him pulling into the business one day as I was about to meet him at the business. And he had this beautiful Mercedes car and a for sale sign in the back window. And I'm like, so Scott, why are you selling your Mercedes? It's a nice car. And he said, because my business right now is in a downturn. And he said, when you actually have a business and you've got employees who count on you, and when you have to actually take the money you make and go out and buy the more product to be able to put into your business to sell, you don't drive the fancy cars. You sell the fancy cars and invest in your business. You know, there's an old biblical saying, all right, you should build your business before you build your house. And I think it's put in on, don't build your mansions before you build your barns, or something like that. And it's in Proverbs. And you know what I mean? It's something that most people, when they get into the bootstrapping mindset, lose this idea that they need to invest in their business. They need to invest in making the systems work. So often I watch, and I was actually on a thing on Clubhouse last night with someone who I'm connected with and her new venture, and listening to everything she's doing with this new venture. And she goes, well, I took some guts and I actually went out there. Her name's Jenny. And she says, I took some guts and I went out there and I invested in this because it's time to grow my business. That's the people who will survive going from bootstrapping to success. But it's the people who are going to bootstrap, all right, and one thing after another, they are going for what is the cheapest product or service I can get to pawn off as the richest product or service I can sell to my community, and I can bank the extra money, and I can buy a new cell phone every year. I can buy a new iPhone every year. I can buy a new computer every year. I can get me a new car every year. Those are the people who are going to be going out of business really fast. They're not going to be around. Now, I've built every business with exception of one, my real estate business. Almost every business I've built, I have built it with my own mind, my own money, my own connections, my own things. That doesn't say that everybody has to. One business that I built, I had to get investors. And some of you think you cannot build a business without the investors. You can. You can build a business along the way and do it by helping people and bringing people in. They can help you, but you've got to help them back. As I look at some of the things that people are building and some of the stories that are being told on our TV screens right now, and then I go back in and our TV screens and social media, and then I go back into our social media platforms, and I see people in the social media platforms who talk about, well, you know what I mean? Yes, I want to be successful, but I can't be successful because of X, Y, Z. Then you're not going to be successful. But when I see the people go out there and goes, I can do this and I'm going to make it no matter what happens, those are the people who will be successful. The people who come into it with the mindset of, oh my gosh, all right, yes, every day is going to be a tough day, but I'm going to push through. Those people who build businesses in tough times are the ones who have successful businesses. Those ones who pressure through the hard times to be successful will be. But those people who need the easy times to be successful will never be successful. So, in the end, can you bootstrap your way to success? Yes, you can. But you have to understand that it's going to mean hard times. It is much easier to start a business when you have money to start it. And it goes back to my 4 guarantees. Guarantee that you will work for a dream. Guarantee you will have to do something that you don't like. Guarantee that you will market and promote. And I guarantee that you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. Those are the 4 guarantees, ladies and gentlemen, that I can give you in starting a business. And you can be successful if you stick to those 4 guarantees and know it. When you know the facts, the true facts, not the facts you want to believe, the true facts, then you can be successful. But when you follow the artificial facts, follow the artificial belief, follow the pie in the sky, follow the fairy dust, then you, my friend, will actually come on hard times. And when times get tough, success doesn't come easy. It's hard to get. And only those who are willing to work through the hard to get it will build it. And those who are willing to invest in their future. Invest doesn't mean, hey, just let me invest money and get a coach. Although that terminology is used a lot. Invest doesn't mean, hey, get this tool and you will be rich, like a lot of marketing tells you. No, it's time and money. Time and money invested will give you time and money back. I've always believed that. I believe in the very simple principles that, you know what I mean? You can go out and change your world. You have that power. The power in this world for you to be successful is in your hands and no one else's. It's not in your mommy's hands. It's not in your daddy's hands. It's not in your aunt's hands, your uncle's hands, your grandparents' hands. Not in your mayor's hands, your governor's hands, your president's hands, your king's hands, your prime minister's hands. It's not in their hands. It is in your hands to be successful. You got a story to tell. You got a story to tell, go tell it. Use that story to empower you to be successful in a bootstrap situation, and you will be successful. But most of all, enjoy the ride doing it. Enjoy. No matter what you're going through, enjoy the ride. It's not about the place you're in. It's about the attitude you carry to go through what you're going through. And if you do that, ladies and gentlemen, yes, you can bootstrap and build a company, a business in 2021. I firmly believe that. Do you believe it? Hey guys, I'm Tim Gillette, and this is the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast, where we basically touch subjects like this and hit it hard as to whether you can or can't. We don't pull punches here, all right? We don't fluff here. We care about you. We want you to be successful. That's why we created our system. Go to simpleeasyevents.com and find out more about how we help you and come see one of our next events. After all, it's only a $20 membership and you get lifetime access to the events. We have been known for creating a one-time access investment to a lifetime worth of information. And all you have to do is go with what we're offering and you get lifetime information. Go to simpleeasyevents.com. Join us at our next event, as well as getting a recap on everything we've actually had. It's all in there. You can all access it for $20. And we're going to give 10 of it to charity because we believe in giving back. Go check it out. I'm Tim Gillette with the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. And, if you actually want to hear us talk about a subject, do me a favor, put it in the comments today. Tim, I've always wondered about, and in blank, what you wonder in business. And we'll do some research onto it. If it's a subject that we carry, by all means, we'll actually bring the subject up. If it's a subject that we don't know about, maybe we'll go find the person who can actually share it with you. We'll bring them on the podcast. Speaking of podcasts, do you know that I have another one where I interview people like you? Success stories that happen like you. It's called The Tim Gillette Show. TimGilletteShow.com will take you to our actual site. You can see what it is and listen to the episodes. If you know somebody who'd be a great guest, tell them to go to timgillette.com/podcast interview. And we would love to connect with them and interview them on the podcast. I'm Tim Gillette with the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode. Have a great day, guys.